morning, everyone. My name is Francia. Today we're going to be doing a gentle vinyasa. We're not going to be spending a whole lot of time on our feet and nor on our knees. So we're going to be doing a lot of vinyasa movement, but on the floor. And so we're going to be needing a couple of blocks, that's for sure for today, and then maybe a bolster or something like that that you can use for back bending in a little bit. So let's start in a comfortable seated position. You can sit cross-legged. For me today, I'm going to sit with my leg extended, but allow yourself to feel comfortable so that you can elevate your hips or however that, you need to maneuver that to make yourself feel at ease. And then soften the shoulders, maybe close the eyes. Take a moment to take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. And as we prepare for our practice, allow yourself to create this serene space, this bubble of serenity that maybe surrounds your mat and your body. See if you can enter into this bubble, into this space of serenity with an open heart, creating the right space, the right time for you to begin your practice. All the conditions for a wonderful, peaceful practice are set. All the conditions for you to be open-hearted and calm are set. So now you just have to step into it. As you continue to breathe deeply here, see if you can make a conscious effort to soften any part of the body that does not need to be tensed. Perhaps the jaw, the eyes, facial muscles, the shoulders, the hands or the feet can be relaxed. Notice how your spine feels, the muscles in and around your back. As they hold you upright, are you leaning forward? Are you arching back? Can you position the weight of your head squarely onto your shoulders and the weight of your head and shoulders squarely onto your hips? Can you find a sense of balance where you're not leaning one way or another? You're just feeling nice and centered. Allow ourselves another deep breath in here. And a slow breath out. And with the next inhale, let's bring our palms together at the center of the chest, thumbs against the sternum. Soften the shoulders. Once more, deep breath in. Slow breath out. And then we'll inhale for Om. Exhaling, we'll gently blink the eyes open, bring awareness back into our space. We're going to release the hands. All right, so let's start with both legs wide. So extending both legs out to the side so that you're sitting comfortably here. Again, you can always elevate your hips. Remember, that's always a strategy you can use to make sure that you are creating height in your spine and that you're not scrunching down, tucking the tailbone under, but instead moving your way to the fronts of the sits bones. Now, as we press the legs down into the earth, let's bring the hands on either sides of the body, lift the chest and shoulders, roll the shoulders back, almost like we're trying to create a little bit of a back bend, but think height as opposed to back. So we're not trying to lean back, we're trying to find lift and extension. Flex your feet, press the back of the legs into the floor, and start to contract into your quadriceps, lifting up your kneecaps. Just going to notice how it feels to be here in this position. Now, with the next inhale breath, we're going to reach the right arm as far to the right as it's comfortable for you. And then the inhale is going to lift the left arm up. Exhale, we're going to reach and fold, so maybe softly bend into your supporting arm. And then inhale, we come back to center. Hold there. Exhale. Inhale, reach again. And exhale, bring that arm down, back to the center. So again, pressing into the legs strong. Those are your foundation. Let's do the other side. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open your shoulder. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, softly bend into the supporting arm as you extend a little bit more. Inhale, back to center. Hold there as you exhale. Inhale, reach again. And exhale, bring the arm down. Good. Other side, same thing. Reach as you inhale. Exhale, open your chest. Inhale, left arm up. Maybe you can look up to the fingertips this time. Exhale, fold. Bending into your supporting arm. Maybe the elbow comes down to the floor. Maybe it doesn't. Inhale, back up. Exhale there. Inhale, reach. Exhale, left arm down. Good. Again, on the other side. Inhale, extend. Open the shoulder as you exhale. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale there. Inhale, reach and over. Exhale, extend up and over. So really reach and extend out of that right side rib cage. Inhale up. Exhale there. Inhale, reach. Exhale, arm down. Good. Last one, stopping in both directions. So reach as you inhale. Open the shoulder as you exhale, turning it into a flow. Inhale, up and extend. Exhale there. Inhale to reach again. Exhale to fold, over and lengthening, long, strong legs. Inhale to come back up. Exhale there, reach and extend. Inhale, create more space. Exhale, hand down. Good. Last one. Inhale, extend over to the side. Exhale, open the shoulder. Inhale, arm up. Exhale there. Inhale, reach again. Exhale, take it over. Inhale, come back up. Exhale there. Inhale, reach. Exhale, arm down. Good. And then kind of just release the shoulders. Let's bend the knees in. Maybe take the legs into a Baddha Konasana, so soles of the feet together, knees out to the sides. Again, up, sitting on a block might be comfortable. I'm going to try because I'm not feeling that great in my lower back. So remember, the part of your practice that I really want you guys to always focus on is that as you're moving through the practice, find a way to make it accessible for you. So yes, I could have sat on the floor, that's fine. But if I have my hips up, I feel more of the opening in my inner thighs, and it's a little softer in the back of my hips and also in my lower back. So adjusting yourself is a really good way to move into your practice. So let's place the hands on the knees, and we're going to push the knees up towards the hands, and then we're going to press the knees down with the hands. So it's counter work here. The knees push up, the hands push down. And I'm exaggerating it with this movement, but really it's just the legs are going to sit still. So you're using the hands to kind of push down as you engage the quadriceps and the inner thighs to push the knees up. So you're not just pushing down with your arms, you're pushing back with using the strength of your legs. So let's hold a few more breaths. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Lift, 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 lift with those knees. Press down with the arms. Use your shoulders, not just your hands. And then slowly let's release and let the legs kind of be wherever they are. Then we're going to take the hands forward, maybe find the feet, if that's available for you, or the ankles or the shins, whatever you can reach. Inhale, lift the chest, and then exhale, softly fold. You may not go very far. The fold might be very little. That's okay. Relax the shoulders back, lengthen the rib cage and chest, and bring yourself forward. Now, if you're sitting on a block, it's a nice way to kind of tell where your sits bones are. Well, the floor will do the same thing. But allow yourself to come to the fronts of your sits bones. So not tucking under and rounding back, but extending forward and bringing everything down and forward. Shoulders back, long spine. Let's hold here and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Now, ideally, you wouldn't be feeling any pain in your knees or in your hips. But if you are, then please support your legs. So that might mean you need to bring blocks underneath your knees, or pillows or blankets, or something that's going to help support your knees. In the same way we were doing before, where we were pushing the knees down with the hands and pushing up with the knees, try to pull the knees down towards the earth with their own strength, not with the hands. Shoulder rolls back. You can use your thumbs to kind of open up your feet. That's going to give you a little bit more traction into the inner thighs. Breathing steady, keep leaning and extending forward, trying not to round. Stay one more breath. Inhale, really get those feet nice and open. Exhale, and then inhale, come back to upright, no lean. Exhale, walk your hands in, and then again, we're gonna use the hands to push down, knees to push up. So we're not just pushing down, knees up, hands down. Stay here, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Keep pressing. And then exhale, let's release. Now maybe walk the feet a little closer to your body. And again, we're letting those knees come out to the sides, using the muscles of the legs to pull down towards the earth. Hands to the feet or ankles. If you have your feet, open your feet. So really try to get the soles of your feet pointing up towards the ceiling. And then shoulders relax. And now again, we lean forward. So the feet are just slightly closer to the body. Same pose, just a little difference in the feet. Lengthen through your torso, lift your chest, shoulders back. Keep moving forward. You're on the fronts of your sits bones, whether you're on the block or whether you're on the floor. Stabilize your breath and see if you can target the inner thighs and the inner part of the legs where they meet the body. So if you feel this on the outsides of your hips, you want to adjust. So either move the legs away or don't go as deep. You want to try to feel this more in this area here than this outer area there. But you might feel it in that outer area a little bit. It's okay if you do, just don't want it to be all there. Pull the knees down, gauge into your thighs, and then inhale, lift halfway. Exhale there. Let's release the hands, come back to center. All right, one last time, we're gonna press those knees down and push up with the legs. So it's counter movement here. Imagine you wanna bring your knees up towards your shoulders, but your hands won't let you. Your hands are like, nope, you're staying down there. You're staying down there. Keep working, stay down there, stay down there. Good, and then slowly release. Maybe we can slide those feet a little bit closer to the body, if that's available, and you can try. Hands inside the legs or the soles of the feet, and then open the soles of the feet nice and wide. I like to use my whole palm to get those feet open, and then exhale, fold. Only when you feel ready. So this one will be the most intense of the three that we've done. It's okay if you feel like, oh, it's too much, I want to go back to the first one or the second one, totally cool. But if it's available for you and you're able to get in this position and you're pushing down with your knees and you're really feeling this in your inner thighs and there's no pain, there's no need to change. You can stay here. You can stay here with the discomfort. You can stay here with the pull, the stretch. It's all right. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, turn the shoulders back, really reach forward and down. Imagine your chin one day touching the floor. One day, 1 millennium away from now. And then inhale, slowly come up. Exhale there, release your feet. And then now we're gonna bring the knees in towards each other. So we pull them in, take your time. Maybe walk the feet in a little bit, sit nice and tall, and then round your back. Bring your forehead or your chin towards your knees. So in this one, we're rounding the back. We're creating a nice curl in the back like a turtle. Easy and steady. And then slowly inhale, lift the chest, and then come back up. All right, we're gonna come off the block if you're on the block. So just move yourself off the block. And then so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go for some twisting. We're gonna do them seated first, and then we're gonna do them supine. So let me face this way. Let's start with the left leg, because we always start with the right, so why not? Bring the left foot in towards the chest, keep the right leg straight. And just notice here that if you tilt your weight towards your right leg, it lifts your left butt cheek up off the floor. So kind of find the difference, split the difference here between dumping your weight onto that left side and bringing all of your weight to the right side. So kind of feel like maybe your left butt is not directly on the floor, but it's really close, so that you know that you are centered and aligned. And then from here, we're gonna take that left arm behind you. And first one here, we're just gonna hug the knee and bring that left shoulder back and look over left shoulder. So the fingertips are nice and grounded and planted on the floor. The right foot is flexed. The right leg is contracted. We're looking back over that left shoulder. Nice, easy, stable breathing. Deep breath in and slow breath out. Be sure that that left foot is planted on the floor, that the toes aren't lifting up, the toes are pressing down, and that everything is aligned with the outside of your left hip. So your left ankle and your left hip are in one line. Keep twisting, one more breath, inhale. And then exhale, let's slowly release. Good. Once we release, then we can bring the weight back a little bit, extend the left foot. Before we do the other side, let's do an easy forward fold. So keep your feet parallel to each other. Normally we have the big toes touching. Today we're just going to have them slightly apart. So when you look down on your feet, you look like you're about to go into Padagustasana. And in reality, that's what we're doing. We're reaching for the toes. Inhale, lift the chest, shoulders back, and then exhale, gently bend. Try not to round too much through your back. So don't pull away from your feet, but instead move your chest towards your thighs and come down. Now, if you're pretty close and you just feel like you are just a few maybe inches from your legs, then you can use the block and rest your head onto the block. Blocks are tall, so you can always stack them. Really tall. You can always stack your blocks if you need to. But what I want you to think about as you're folding forward here and holding is the lengthening in the back, in the lower back, and in the middle and upper back. So really create space here. Once your head is down, then just try to relax. Move the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the belly drawn in. Nice, easy, stable. I'm just gonna mute this so it doesn't keep beeping. Steady breath. Deep inhale, slow, gentle exhale. One more time. Try to be with the posture without really fighting with your body, but instead try to find what feels good, what feels right, what's giving you just enough challenge. Now with the next inhale, let's lift halfway. Shoulders roll back, extend the spine, exhale there, and then let's release the toes, move the block off to the side. We're going to do the twist on the other side. So again, bring the knee into the chest, make sure that the foot is planted flat on the floor, and then again, we play with that distribution of weight. Is your weight all being dumped to that left leg? We don't want to do that. We're going to keep the split difference. Is your weight all the way onto your right leg? We don't want to do that either. So kind of find that your left sit bones is what's grounding you and your right sit bone is pulling you down towards the earth. Then we hug the knee with the left shoulder, or the left elbow, I should say. Bring the right side rib cage out to the right, fingertips on the floor, lift your chest, and then exhale, look over right shoulder. Let's stabilize with the breath here and hold. So as we're twisting, we're always working to keep that left side of your body grounded. Again, this is what your foundation is. Your left leg, left glute, right foot, and right glute. So these are the points of contact you want to try and continuously make with the earth. As you inhale, you lift through the chest, and as you exhale, you start to rotate a little deeper, moving a little bit more into the asana. If it's available, otherwise just stay where it feels good. Right toe stay down. Keep twisting. And then exhale, gently bring the head back to center. Release. Extend the right leg. And back into our Dandasana position where the spine is nice and straight. We'll do a back bend here. So we're going to slide the hands back. Bend the knees onto the mat. So you plant your feet onto the mat. Inhale. Hips up, chest up, shoulders back, press into your legs, drop your head back. Let's hold. 1, 2, push the toes into the floor. 3, grip the floor with your fingers and your toes, hips up more. 4, and 5. Slowly start to lower down. Good. Extend the legs, and then we'll go again for the left side. So left leg hugs in. Little bit of space between the left foot, right thigh contracted, finding your split here. Here's a little change. You can repeat what we just did, or you can kind of lean back and forward. So as we do this, hold on to your left shin, lean back, and then go forward towards the outside of this left leg. Then you're going to take your right arm and reach it, extend it as far as you can towards me. Reach, 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 reach. And then you're going to take it around and maybe find your ankle or not. Maybe you can just reach it up in opposite direction. Once you're there, try to bring yourself upright again. So no more leaning back. Press into your fingertips. Keep your right leg grounded. And then look over left shoulder. Let's twist here. You can have your palm down or you can be on your fingertips. Either way is fine. Right shoulder down and back. Left shoulder back and down. Same thing. Looking over that left shoulder. Little deeper twist. Keep your left toes grounded and rooted. Try not to let those left toes lift. Easy breathing. calm, steady mind. And then exhale, slowly take your gaze forward, lean back to release the right arm, come back to center, extend the left leg. Feet are again parallel to each other, not touching like we normally do. Back onto the fronts of the sits bones and start to come forward. This time you can grab your toes once more, or you can grab the sides of your feet as you fold forward. And again, you can use the block. You might find that now that we've twisted a couple times, the forward fold is a little bit more accessible. Maybe the block can be a little lower. And let's breathe here. Try to relax and let go. Try to breathe calmly, keeping the legs engaged. Long torso. Easy, steady breath. Whenever you're in the state of the asana, we want to try to relax your breathing and calm the nervous system. And then slowly with the next inhale breath, let's lift halfway, shoulders back, look forward, exhale there, and then let's release the feet or toes and come back to upright. All right, we're going to do the twist on the other side. So bending the right knee into the chest. We're going to kind of hug that knee in, but try not to take it across your body. So hug it in, but keep it knee pointing up to the ceiling. Then we're going to reach that right arm farther back, lean back. So the lean back is important because it gives you space to move forward. From there, you're going to move forward towards that right side body. And then you're going to take that left arm and extend it all the way across. Maybe you grab your ankle, maybe you just keep the arm extended. And then once you have the arm extended, then scoot yourself forward so you're back up on your sits bones. From there, you can keep the right palm flat or come to your fingertips and then move the right shoulder back and find your twist. Steady, easy breathing. Really try to connect with your breathing here, moving both shoulders back and down. So you've created kind of like a tourniquet effect here with that left arm and right knee to create the rotation. Try not to lean back too much. Keep your weight forward. Keep your left leg grounded. Inhale to lift the chest and lengthen the spine. Exhale to move a little deeper into the twist. One more time, inhale. Exhale. And then slowly let's release by looking forward first. Then we're going to lean back to release that left arm, coming back to center. And again, we'll do a back bend. So bending the knees, hands on the mat. Inhale, hips up, shoulders back, drop your head, breathe here. 1, press the heels and the toes down. 2, move into the space of the shoulders. 3, keep those hips up. 4, almost there, hips up more. 5, exhale, release, come down. Good job. All right, extend your legs, shake it out a little bit. And then now we're going to move onto our supine twist. So we're going to start actually with a little bit of a back bend. Let's start placing the blocks. I like to do the top block, the one that's going to go under my head low, and then the one that's going to go in the middle of my back a little bit higher. But if you want to start the opposite, this one higher and this one lower, that works too. We can always adjust as we hold. We're going to be here for a little bit, so try to make your way into the posture with ease. You're going to position one block underneath your shoulder blades, and then you're going to position the other block to support your head. And, this may be a little bit intense. You might find you need to kind of lift your hips, press your hips back down. You might need to find that there's a couple of little wiggles that need to happen here. And once you have them, extend your legs once you've done that. And kind of soften your legs, but don't shavasana legs. Keep your legs, inner thighs rotated inward. So even if they're not fully engaged, they're not completely relaxed. For your arms, you can relax your shoulders and let your palms be up. Or if you wanted to go a little deeper, you can hold on to your opposite wrist And then just kind of let your arms be heavy. So this is going to help to kind of intensify the posture a little bit more, the positioning of the arms. If it gets too much for the arms, you can let them go back down and just let them relax, let the shoulders open out. We're going to be here for about, I don't know, 2 minutes or so, whichever variation is with the arms interlaced like this, holding onto your opposite elbows, or arms by your sides. This is the options for your arms. The legs will keep them straight for now. Steady, calm breathing. As we continue to hold the posture, you might notice that the block behind your head is a hindrance, and you might want to move it out of the way to create a little bit more opening in the spine. Another option you can do here is the wheel. If you have a yoga wheel, this is a great way to hold with the yoga wheel. I can demonstrate it now since I have a wheel, for those of you that have wheels. Everyone else stay there. But if you have a yoga wheel, it's very, very simple and very easy, very nice. You want to make sure that in the same way your back is protected. So you place the yoga wheel also at the middle of the back. And see, it's the same opening here. The only difference is I like to hold on to my head. So unless your head touches the wheel, like mine is here, then you can release your arms and you can do the same thing with your arms. But you want to kind of keep that same light engagement in the legs. So same pose, different tool. Either one is fine. Both of them work great, so you don't have to worry about going out to buy a yoga wheel. You can definitely use your yoga blocks. Those are very useful. And the yoga blocks you can use for all kinds of things. The wheel is only for back bending, really. Some people use it for balance. I wouldn't recommend it. I think it's insane. But most of the yoga wheel will be for balance, for back bending. All right, we've been here for about 2 minutes. So we're going to slowly bring the arms down to the sides, relax the shoulders. If you need help with your head, you can bring your fingertips to the back of your head, help your head up. And then we're going to sit ourselves up with the knees bent or straight. All right, so for the second one, we'll do the lower part of the half. So we'll take the block, lay all the way down onto the back, bend the knees, lift the hips, and let's place the block at that mid-range here for now. Once the block's at that mid-range, then you can start to maybe walk the feet slightly away or keep them planted on the floor. Just notice how it feels to be so open in the front body. If you'd like to get a little bit more stretch, you can extend your legs. I don't recommend locking the knees because what that's going to do is going to create a lot of tension in your lower back. So I like to press my heels down and let my feet slide away as comfortably as they can. And by the end of the 2 minutes, it's possible your legs might be straight. But for now, don't worry about straightening the legs. Worry more so about feeling that openness in the front of the hips and making sure that there's no tension in the lower back or in the sacrum. And then as far as your arms, you can take them up overhead the same way in that figure, diamond shape, or holding onto your opposite elbows. And then allow yourself to be here. We're going to be here again for 2 minutes. This one can also be done with the yoga wheel. It's just a little bit different looking. I can show you that too as well. Everyone stay there, and I'll show you how we would do this with the yoga wheel. So with the yoga wheel, this can get a little bit scary if you're not used to it, but you want to have room at the back of your mat. So you're going to come all the way to the bottom of your mat. In the same way we did before, we're going to lean back. We're going to use our hands to support us as we roll ourselves back. And then we want to place the back of the head, maybe even the back of the shoulders on the mat. So see, it's the exact same thing, but of course there's a lot more lift because it's a lot higher than the block. And then you can relax your arms up by your sides or take them up overhead, and you can start to kind of wiggle your feet or walk your feet away. Inner thighs engaged, and you find yourself here. So again, we kind of just settle into what we find, whether you're using the blocks or the yoga wheel, really doesn't matter. Allow yourself to create that deep back bend. If your legs are a little straighter than they were before, great. If they're just the same, great. If they're a little bit more bent, great. No worries. Let them be where they need to be. Just remember, you don't want to feel tension or pull or tightness into your lower back. That lower back needs to be long, expanded, not contracted or closed in with space. You want to feel a long extended spine. And of course, the front of the body feels that way as you hold. Good. That's been about 2 minutes. So we're going to slowly release the arms first. If you're on your block, just kind of lift your hips and slide the block away. If you're on your wheel, you're going to start to roll yourself back. And then maybe just take a moment to kind of feel the opening in the upper back. And then you can release and come back to center. All right. Enough of the yoga wheel today. Let's go ahead and lay all the way onto the back, and we'll continue with the supine twists. So once we're on our backs, no more blocks underneath us. Keep the left foot planted in the floor, bring the right knee into the chest, squeeze the right knee in. And let's just kind of be here for a few moments. If it's available for you, flex your left foot and start to slide that left foot away. The same as before, we don't want to worry about locking the knee or contracting the quadricep. We just want to feel extension. So as you lengthen through that left leg, kind of know where your limit is, and then hold. The leg might be straight, the leg might be knee might be slightly bent. It's okay. And again, maybe you press a little bit more and you hold. Now we're going to go for an external rotation of the hip. So hold the right knee with the right hand, bring your left hand to your thigh, and open the right side of your right knee out to the right side of your body. And let's look to the left. Easy and steady breath. Try to keep the left hip down, so we don't want to pivot your whole body over to the right. Keep your left hip down, heavy, rooted, grounded. As the right knee opens to the right, you kind of find yourself in this balanced position. That's why we look to the left, to counterbalance the right knee. Inhale, slowly come back to center. Squeeze that knee into the chest again. Keep pressing out through that left heel, leg straight or not. And then we're going to take it the other way. Hold the right knee with your left hand and then take it across your body. Nice and easy. Maybe the elbow can come to the floor. And as the elbow comes down, now you have a way to support your leg. The bottom leg is going to externally rotate. So you're going to be on the outside of your left leg. That's okay. Reach to the right and stay here. Nice and easy. We won't be here long. Just breathing. And then slowly inhale, come back to center. Take your time, back to center, hug the knee in. All right, before we move out of this posture and do the other side, let's release the right knee. Bring the hands to the floor, palms down to keep you grounded. Flex the right foot, and let's extend the right leg up towards the ceiling. Now you could be making a 90-degree angle with your legs, or if you have a lot of flexibility, maybe this leg is a little bit closer towards your head. Really doesn't matter. Just try to keep it up there, engage into the abdomen, into the obliques, both legs strong, feet flexed, leg quadriceps contracted, pulling back. This is similar to what we do when we balance, but we usually point the toe with the balance. Right now we're flexing. Relax the shoulders. And then exhale, slowly lower the right leg down. Take your time. Good. Once the leg is down, just allow yourself a moment for a quick wiggle. And then let's take the left foot in, right foot in, readjust your sacrum and your sits bones so that you feel that you're supported by the earth below you as you hug that left knee in and squeeze that left knee in. Soften your shoulders. You can even close your eyes here and let yourself really come into that internal awareness of the body. As you start to feel ready, you can flex the right foot and start to extend the right foot away. Again, the right leg may or may not straighten right away or may or may not straighten at all. So go where your body needs you to be. Find that line where you're putting just enough effort and just enough ease. Little combination of both. If the leg straightens all the way and the calf muscle touches, then great. Let it do that. No worries. So we're going to hold the left knee with the left hand. We're going to open that left knee to the left. And then we're going to extend either the right arm, or I like to press it, my straight right arm against my right thigh and the right hip. That way I know that that side of the body is staying down, because I don't want to turn and face that left side. That's why we gaze to the right to counterbalance that left leg. It may go all the way down to the floor. It may not go even close. No worries. Wherever it goes is exactly where it's meant to. Let it be. It's one of the most beautiful things about this practice is that we really learn to be accepting of our limitations and accepting of our journey, where we are. in this moment. It doesn't have to be anything other than what it is. And then slowly, let's inhale, bring it back to center. Take your time, hug that knee into the chest once more. Relax the shoulders, long, extended spine. And then switch, grabbing the left knee with the right hand, taking it across the body. Notice the bottom leg starts to tilt onto the right side. Use the right elbow to help support your leg as you continue. And then let's take the gaze to the left and reach that left arm to the left as much as you can. Steady and calm breathing as you rotate the torso, twist the body. You might feel this in your hip, you might feel this in your rib cage, or even in your left shoulder. Wherever you feel it, take a moment to scan through and just say, thank you, body, for allowing me to move in this way. And with the next inhale, we'll come back to center. Again, lining up the hips, pressing the back of the right leg down, hugging the knee into the chest, shoulders back and down. And we're going to release that left leg, flex the foot, so both feet are deeply flexed, and extend the left leg up towards the sky. And again, depending on your flexibility, you might be a 90-degree angle, or it's comfortable for you, you might go a little bit more. You can tell on this side, I have a little bit more flexibility than the other. And let's just be here for a few breaths. Calm and peaceful. Letting the work happen, we're just here. No different than when we do our balancing pose. We kind of pull the femur back into the hip socket. So instead of reaching the heel up to the ceiling, we kind of bring that leg down in towards the body, grounding it and rooting it. And then exhale, let's slowly lower that leg down one little bit at a time so that we can start to engage that left side oblique. Beautiful. Once the leg is down, bringing both knees into the chest, and then just kind of give yourself a nice hug, maybe a nice little lower back massage. Little circles, little half circles. All right, coming back through to the center. And then once you're there, let's do a nice happy baby. Open the knees wide. Hands inside the legs, reach for the sides of your feet. Once you have your feet, inhale, lift the heels. Shoulders back and down, and we find ourselves in our happy baby. Try to keep your back nice and flat. Sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes this pose forces the back to round quite a lot. So if it does, don't go quite as high. Keep the feet down a little bit so that you can feel yourself nice and grounded through your back. And you can sway a little side to side with this one, or even bring the left knee down, right knee down, whatever feels right for you. Just allow yourself to be here for a few more breaths, softening into the shoulders. We're going to take this pose a little bit deeper in a couple of moments. So just get comfortable where you are. If your feet are down, try bringing them up just to challenge yourself. Now we're going to try and hold on to the big toes instead of the sides of the feet. If you are not able to grab the big toes, you can also use a strap on either feet. 2 straps would be good. Or 1 big long strap. All right, from here, we're going to try to extend the leg, but keep the sacrum down. So we're not really lifting through the tailbone, we're keeping the tailbone down. And then from here, as you hold, you're going to try to bend your elbows and kind of pull your legs, let gravity be your aid as you pull your legs down. Relax your shoulders, lengthen your spine. So this is similar to what the pose we started off with. And hold and breathe. When we were seated with the legs extended, this is a very similar position. And then exhale. Inhale, bring the legs back. You can bring the feet together for a moment as you soften the shoulders. And then see how your body feels here. If it's available for you, kind of bring those legs in a little closer to your body. Again, similar to our forward fold or Paschimottanasana. Same idea, shoulders back and down. Exhale there. Inhale back to straight. Release your toes, and then hands down by your sides, or you can place them underneath your sacrum a little bit to support your lower back. We're going to lower both legs together. We're not going to touch the floor. We're going to do some leg lifts. So as both legs come down together, one big leg, Lowering them down towards the floor. Don't quite touch. Stay hovering just a little bit above. And then inhale, slowly come back up. Let's do that 5 more times. So we'll do a total of 6. Either hands on the floor or underneath your sacrum. Legs down, slow, slow, slow. Don't touch. Inhale, back up. Good. Very nice. That's 2. We got 4 more. Inhale and exhale to come down. Need some water. Inhale to go back up. Ooh, my heels touched in that one. I wasn't sure where the 4 was. 3 more. And you can do more if you like. You can go a little faster. Try to be aware of how close the floor is to your heels so you don't actually touch. Or if you touch, it's a very brief touch and then you come back up. Last one. Use your breath to lower the legs. Exhale. And use your inhale breath to lift. Once you've done that last one, then go ahead and bend your knees, hug the knees into the chest, and slowly let's release. All right, we're going to use our bolster to support our back for our back bend shavasana, we'll call it. So roll yourself up to seated. You can always come to your side as well. And then we'll place the bolster longwise so that you can lay back. You can also use big, thick pillows here. Or even the blocks again. Use the blocks, stack them on both of them on their low end. So if you're using the blocks, let me show you real quick. If you're using the blocks, you would kind of stack them on their low end like this. You might need 3 actually, or you might need a pillow at the end. And then kind of lower yourself back onto the blocks. You might need to move it back. Oh no, see, that works. Okay, so there. It's not quite as comfortable as the bolster. The blocks are hard, but you can put a blanket over them. But this is basically the position you want to be in. If you don't have a bolster, blocks and a blanket on top will definitely serve in a pinch. I have a bolster, so I'm going to go for it. All right, here we go. So now maybe perhaps you're already in the posture. Your head is supported. You feel that same opening. And now, instead of rolling the inner thighs in towards each other like we had been before, let's separate our feet and let the feet flop out so the thighs almost roll out. So there's a sense of relaxing through the pelvis and through the hips. And then arms by your sides, palms facing up, just like we would if we were doing Shavasana. Shoulders back. Make sure your head is well supported. So if you're using the blocks and you feel like your head's not well supported, please use a pillow to support your head. And then we're just going to find ourselves in this position and we're going to focus on breathing deeply. Allow this to be almost a meditative posture so that you are comfortable enough, supported enough, but engaged enough that you're not going to fall asleep. You're going to start to become aware of the rhythmic movement of your breath, aware of the sensations within the body and without, aware of the movement of mind, the thoughts that pop in and out of your mind, aware of your emotional state, becoming aware of something doesn't mean you have to try to manipulate it or change it in any way. Simply observing will do. Softening your shoulders, relaxing wherever your body doesn't need to be tense. If you feel like you want to lay all the way flat onto your back, you're welcome to change your position and come to a more comfortable Shavasana. But if this feels okay and you feel supported and comfortable and don't need to change, then just stay for a few more moments. Slowly with the next inhale breath, you start to bring awareness back to this room, to this body, to this place. And start simply by acknowledging that we are here. Slowly, as you're ready, let's start to add gentle movement. First the fingers, then the toes, the hands and the feet, the wrists, and the ankles begin to awaken. You can bring your feet and legs together, and you can bring your arms up overhead and really stretch your body. You could do this on the floor without the prop or even with the prop. Really long, extended body. Reach to the balls of your feet. Reach to your fingers. I like to clasp my thumbs together, but you can always keep them apart. And then exhale, bring the legs in, bring the arms down, and let's just roll over onto our side for a moment. Even if you have the bolster, you can just kind of roll over onto your side and just be here for a few breaths. Relaxing into the shoulders. Let the legs kind of just be soft, and maybe the knees are stacked. And I'm just going to go do a little bit of a counter movement here just to kind of even everything out. We're going to come into a happy baby. We're going to keep using the bolster for that. So pull yourself back up. If it's available for you, kind of come onto your hands and knees, tops of the feet down, big toes touching. Move the bolster in towards the body, and then just allow yourself to settle down on top. You can turn your head to the side, and you can make a little pillow with your hands, and just kind of be here softly, feeling that nice, long, extended spine, a little different than the back bending. So the muscles that kind of add to our back bending are all lined up along the sides of our back. And we work on those muscles slowly and kindly over time. We don't want to overdo it ever when it comes to anything like that. So that's why using a prop like the bolster or the blocks can be very, very useful. If your head is turned in one direction, let's turn it in the other direction just to even out the stretch in the neck. And again, resettle your body. Let yourself be held by your prop. And slowly, let's bring the chin to the front. Soften the shoulders once more. Maybe bring the hands down to the mat and start to make your way up. Good. You can move the bolster out of the way. And then let's make our way to a comfortable seated position. Really nice, you guys. So today's practice, we really moved very mindfully through all of these different asanas, through these different shapes that we created with our bodies. But more importantly, as we continue to deepen our practice, is about how you feel in your heart, how you feel in your whole entire body at the end of your practice. So if you feel a slightly bit more calm than you did when you first started, if you feel a little bit more at peace than you did when you first started, then that was a wonderful, successful practice. So from here, we'll draw the palms together at the center of the heart. And again, we'll chant the sound Om just to seal our practice and bring in that state of gratitude. Inhale. Namaste.